Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and you're here to see 5 more of my favorite Bedrock add-ons. Let's get right to it. You may have seen some add-ons similar to this one, but this one is my particular favorite. It's the Player Corpse add-on by Poggy is Lit, and it's really cool. You may have seen some that when you die, it leaves a chest, or it leaves a copy of Steve, or a body sitting around. But I like this one because it's like this broken, dying corpse here. And I'll die again in a second to show you, but whenever you die, it does leave coordinates for where your death was there on the top left of the screen. I'll show you that here in a second. But firstly, if you click on this, I had no contents on me, but normally you would find all the contents that you had, or most of the contents. I haven't found it leaving anything out yet here, and you can pick them up. And then when you're done with it, you click on it, say you can either spare it and leave it, or send it to dust, and it is gone. There we are. Hey, let me die one more time real quick, and I'll show you that message that I was talking about. There it is. See, in the top left corner, it shows the coordinates and what dimension I died in. And yes, I think this pack is one of my favorite of this style of pack. If you've used one like this before and you think you've got a better one, why don't you leave it down in the description? I'd love to check it out. I'm thinking about using this for like my family server. I think it might be a cool addition. Right now we're doing keep inventory because there's lots of kids that play on it. I thought this would be a cool way to slowly move them out of the keep inventory. So here we are. This is the first one. It is the Player Corpse by Poggy is Lit. And let's move on to number 2. Add-on number 2 is by Foxy No-Tail. I talked about him a little bit in the last one. He makes tons of add-ons, but I wanted to pick this one because it's fairly new, and I think it's something that it's also good for a server or people. I guess it's good for anything, to be completely honest. It's not something that you would probably use a lot, but if you're trying to troubleshoot a problem like this disturbingly headless globe theater that I have here. I guess the head add-on is turned off right now. But there's a reason why I picked this location, because it's kind of perfect. And it's for this. There you go. In the top right corner is an entity or a debug screen that shows all the things that can cause bugs in your world. As you see, there are 197 inanimate entities in this area right around me. Not the whole world, it just shows what area is spawned in at the moment. That's all these armor stands and I don't know what else. Maybe the banners? I can't remember what all is inanimate entities. But it's broken down. As you can see, there's a couple monsters nearby. Passive entities, which I believe are like, I don't know. And animals, dogs, I'm not exactly sure, but items, villagers, fish, wandering traders, all the different things that may pop up in your area that could cause lag. This lets you know instantly that right now, this area is a lag machine. I can't believe it's kind of running as smooth as it is at the moment. I guess it's because, see, this is normally, this was built for a server, and I'm doing solo world right now, which is probably why it's not lagging out. But this is a great tool to use to know why an area of your world might be particularly more laggy than others, and let you know what in that area is bad, and then you can go around and start taking care of it and trying to fix things up. So here we go. This is add-on number 2, the debug screen. Not for everybody, but definitely an extremely important tool that you can use in your world. You know, there's not a lot of these add-ons, no matter how cool they are, that I think should be added to vanilla gameplay. I think they should be something that's just put in as you want, and only the players who really want them can have them. But this is one that I think actually should be considered for vanilla gameplay. Maybe Mojang can consider it. It's a really great quality of life change that I think should be considered. And that is Smeltable Concrete. That's right. Instead of doing the whole water trick, which is, cool. I love that there's, different ways to do different things in the game, but particularly for Bedrock, without having the left hand or the offhand used to quickly, place and break concrete, and without the TNT duper to make big concrete making machines, or I guess technically, I think they did fix that TNT doesn't, I don't remember. TNT used to actually destroy some of the items rather than just break them apart. I think they might have fixed that. But even with that, Smeltable Concrete is definitely a better way to go. I mean, there's not much to say about this one. Here it is. It works perfectly. No problems, no muss, no fuss. This is definitely a feature that I wish should be added to vanilla, and maybe one day we'll get it. I kind of doubt it because Mojang kind of sticks to their guns on these things, and I don't blame them. But this is probably one of the first add-ons I've come across I feel really should be in the vanilla gameplay. All right, here we are, Smeltable Concrete. This is add-on number 3. Recently, I played a little bit of Java on a Java server, and I had a really good time. I'm still a big Bedrock fan, but one of the things that I saw on there, one of the mods they added I thought was extremely useful for server play, was a teleportation ability. And all they did was they set it up so that you could basically teleport to the shopping district. It wasn't super fancy, you didn't teleport all over the world in all kinds of crazy places, but they set that one up. I think there may have been 1 or 2 other places you could teleport to, and so I was looking for a way to add that to Bedrock, mainly so that you can set things up. For example, you could teleport to different public farms, or the shopping district, or spawn, the end, things like that. And this is what I found. Function, home, we'll go to 2. Boom. And there we are. How about FunctionHome 3? Hey, and there we are. And even, oh, if I can do this correctly, FunctionHome 1, different dimensions even. This is amazing. It works out really, really good. All you get, there's just a few simple commands. It's just like function set home, and you can create up to 10 different locations, and then they can be deleted and reset or done whatever. But this is really good for server play. There's lots of times where there's public farms and they're kind of hard to keep track of, especially on bigger ones. And I thought this is a really good resource to add that allows people to move around, not anywhere all over the whole world. It doesn't really give people the ability. It's server wide. You can't put on every individual player, so people can't set their own 10 different home locations. But this works really good for creating public areas that everybody can get to quickly, kind of eliminating some of the downtime or the slow time that it takes between building and some of the more fun things that you can do on Minecraft. Okay, this is Sethomes by Aura Creepy, and it is my 4th pick for today. Before I get to the 5th and final add-on for the day, I have something a little extra special. And the reason why it's not included is because technically it's not an add-on, it's a program that runs in the background, which means this is really for you PC users. But for you PC using, content creating people, I have something for you today. Are you ready? Boom. Yep. Boom. Look at that. Let's look out here and boom. It's not exactly zoom. It doesn't zoom way far out, but it's the FOV Changer. It can drop it all the way down to the furthest POV with a click of a button. Isn't that amazing? I've been wanting something like this for a very long time. They had this, obviously, they used a great effect. Java content creators are always using this to like zoom in for emphasis or just to see things, and I really wanted this. Like I said, it's not an add-on. It's a program called FOV Changer. It runs in the background, and you can set all kinds of different settings on it. You can change which key actually does it, whether it hides the hand when it zooms, or sensitivity, and all kinds of other different features that you can change on it. And it's just been brilliant. I use it all the time. I love it, and I think you will too. Okay, all right, you ready for number 5? This one's a big one and probably the best one. The 5th and final add-on is so big so amazing that there's no way I can cover all the features in this little video. So you're gonna have to go check it out and see more of the features. But it is the backpack. Look at this thing. It's amazing. And it's not just visual. There are so many functionality you can add to this thing. Let's talk about a couple of the features to get you interested. So we have to use an item to remove the backpack, but once it's removed, we can interact with it. And there's so many slots you can add things to. You can even put shulker boxes in here. So you can really fill up and put tons and tons of items into your backpack. These slots have special uses. You can, for example, add a sword or an item that you use regularly onto your backpack. You can put a water bucket, or more importantly, a lava bucket. I'll tell you why in a second. And they even have this ender bag that allows you to turn your backpack into like an ender chest type deal, where the multiple backpacks that you have can interact with each other and the items can all show up in the same thing, just like they do in an ender chest. Look at that. That looks amazing, right? And all you gotta do is walk over it and it puts it back on. Oh, there we go. And it puts it back on. It looks so cool, but it's not just that. This lava bucket, let me, actually, I think I got a cave over here. Let me go down to this cave. Okay, here we go. We have this deep, dark cave up here. And as you see, as I'm approaching, we have dynamic lighting because of the lava bucket onto our backpack. Look at that! Just move around and it moves around with us because of the lava bucket. It's a great way to add dynamic lighting without making it permanent. You just add it or remove it from your backpack. This thing has so many great features. You really need to go check it out on the link below and see everything that it has. But all right, that's it. 5 more Bedrock add-ons that I love, my favorites, and I really loved all of them. Let me know below what you think. Leave a like or consider subscribing, but mainly I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you found it adequate.